The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey everybody, thank you very much for joining us. I'm Scott Patton, and I'm going to be introducing a very, very good friend of mine in just a minute. Uh, when you're building your own business, when you're doing podcasting, when you're interviewing, when you're creating online courses, all the sort of things that I'm involved in, you never know where it's going to take you. And what blows my mind about this today and the technology that we have is I am in Medellin, Colombia, in a two-story penthouse in an upscale area of Medellin, and the presenter is in Thailand, in Asia. So this is actually the first time I have ever done a collaboration from South America to Asia, which is, it may even be the first time I've ever done a collaboration to Asia from anywhere. But the technology and the changes that are occurring are just creating such opportunities that 10 years ago I never dreamt that it would be possible for me to run my business from my laptop, to be able to go and explore this beautiful world that we live in, and to meet amazing people. So I wanted to just start off with that. And the individual that I'm going to be introducing to you in a minute is one of the most authentic, enthusiastic, and brightest entrepreneurs that I've ever come across. I've known him for probably 5 or 6 years now, maybe a little bit longer. And, you know, our paths keep crossing, and then we got together and we decided to put together a course on how to really help with just the marketing for podcasts and for businesses in general. And the other day we were talking, we thought, you know what, let's take it a little bit higher, to a little bit higher level than we did before, put on a webinar for you guys to be able to answer any questions that you've got, to be able to really share some cutting edge stuff that's really going to make a difference in your business, in your podcast, or in your courses. So I want to welcome Ken Krell. How you doing, Ken?
I am amazing, sir. It's always great to be with you, Scott. And it's exciting for me to have you in one part of the world, me in another, which is pretty typical. We're always exactly about anywhere between 9 and 12 hours apart. So there's
It seems to be the case, doesn't it?
yeah, it's true. It's true. It's whether it's morning for you or morning for me. It does give you a different perspective on the global aspects of who we reach.
It really does, and it's really funny because when we say goodbye, one of us says good night and the other says good morning.
It's true.
Usually,
It's
I'm
absolutely.
going to bed now. I'm getting up.
It's when we coordinated recording the our first course together. It was interesting just how we had to manage that, because I know that a couple of nights when I was actually recording with you at like 2 a.m., which is
Yes,
not the optimum time, but thank God we have lights, so
that's right.
so it
That's
works
right.
well. So I am excited about what we're going to do today. What I've discovered over the years is that so many people are missing gigantic opportunities in their businesses, Scott, and we've talked about this at length. So I'm thrilled to pieces to be able to give everybody some gigantic tools to really, just like you see on your screen, to triple your sales and profits and have your web visitors stick to you like glue, which builds you a big list that buys your stuff. So are you ready, Scott? Should we get started?
All right. Yeah, let's jump right in. Let's get going.
Okay, well, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, my goal for you today is really simple. I want you to walk away knowing the strategies that you're going to want to implement immediately to create a dependable, consistent cash flow from your website, from your podcast, from your blog, whatever you're doing every single month, over and over and over again. Kind of, I want it to look like this. If you're starting out here making a couple of dollars, that's fine, but I'd rather have you right here with making a lot of dollars. Okay, so what about you guys? How many of you would be jazzed if you walked away from our workshop today with a real plan on how to turn your blog or podcast into a revenue generating machine, making money even when you sleep? If that's you, pop in the chat and say, that's me, as I want to make sure I got the right audience here. Now, we know by virtue of the fact that you're our students, Scott's students, my student, whatever, that we're really drinking from the same cup of water, aren't we? Right? I'm seeing a lot of me, 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 me. Yeah. So by the way, guys, use the chat that you see here on your screen. That's the best way for us to communicate with each other. I'm used to doing a lot of live presentations. I've been traveling all over the world for many, many years. Well, gosh, for decades, actually, training entrepreneurs. You'll see a slide about that in a few minutes. And I get my real satisfaction when I can look in your eyes and I can see that you get what we're doing. So if you're willing to play and you're willing to participate, just pop in the chat and just give me a me, and we'll move forward, because this is about you today. So I want to make sure that you're all on the same page. And I'm seeing a bunch of me's, so that's great. Excellent. Well, thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Bruno. Ursula, thanks so much. Marla, I appreciate it. Zunaria, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Appreciate it. So I got Bruno in from France. So good morning. It's actually late at night for you. So I appreciate your being here. It's always different to know what the timing is. So I'm glad that you guys are here. Thanks so much, Tom. Thanks, Mary. Okay, so let's get rocking and rolling here. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a giant problem out there. A recent report in Time Magazine revealed that 55% of your website visitors are gone within 15 seconds. Now, if we're looking to build rapport, and if we're looking to sell anything to anybody, and at the end of the day, whether you're doing a podcast, a blog, whatever it is, at the end of the day, you get paid when people buy something. How on earth are they going to buy anything if they're gone in 15 seconds? And that's a problem. And what they went on to say in this study is that they'll stay up to a minute, and that's the majority of them. They're gone within a minute. So over half of them are gone within 15 seconds, and that's just massively bad. But what's interesting is that people are starting to take note of this. Financial Times, for example, now looks at time on site as an advantage when you keep people on your website. They're measuring that level of engagement and content, and they're going to begin to sell ads based on how long people are on your website. So if you want to be part of the Financial Times network and monetize your website, which I recommend that you do, as most smart marketers are doing that, better have people sticking on the site long enough to have it worth the while of your advertisers. Now, Upworthy.com, love Upworthy, they're doing the same thing, and they're calling it attention minutes. And while they're not charging for time on site yet, if you're going to advertise on their website, trust me, soon enough, you're going to be seeing ads based upon engagement value. And Google is not far behind. Google put together a new patent application, all designed to measure time on site, time on page, bounce rates, and so on. All that translates into revenue, again, because the longer they're on your website, the more engaged they are. The more engaged they are, it's that relationship building that happens that has people buying stuff. So what ends up happening is if they're bouncing off and they're leaving quickly, you've lost a giant amount of money. We'll see how much in a little bit. So I've run some ads like this. Does your website have site cancer? Well, nearly every site does. And the good news is that today we're going to fix it. Okay, now be sure to stick around to the very end, because I do have something very special for you. So make sure you hang around with us. Ladies and gentlemen, there is trouble out there in the blogosphere, podcastosphere, webosphere. Okay, and if your podcast or website is not getting enough sales, or your sales have disappeared and eroded, I want you to listen up, because there's a giant problem, and there's a ton of them, which we're going to work on fixing with you today. First one is the affiliate marketer's nightmare. And I'll tell you, if you're running a podcast and you're selling anything that relates to any of your guests, or if you're selling anything that relates to your topic at hand, then you're running as an affiliate marketer, which is fantastic, because monetization comes from selling not just your own stuff, but from other people's stuff. The challenge is that so many affiliate marketers, if they're going to sell something from a JVZoo or a Warrior Forum or any of those other kind of affiliate links, if you want to advertise on Facebook, well, Facebook blocks a lot of them. You're seeing one here on your screen from JVZoo. Now, JVZoo does gazillions of dollars in sales a month. They're one of the premier affiliate networks for the online marketing community. But Facebook doesn't particularly like them. So how do we overcome that? How do you get to send traffic to your affiliate link at JVZoo and win? Well, we've created something. That's the problem that they have right now. We've created something that solves the problem. In fact, we tried to market something called OctaSuite, which is what you saw banned a minute ago on JVZoo. But we ran an ad with this link. It's iboostify.com/OctaSuite. iBoostify is our website. OctaSuite is the marketing piece that we want to promote. The ad ends up looking like this. I didn't put any ad copy in here, but we're sending people directly to iBoostify.com. And the ad looks like this. You're going to see our branding at the top of the page. You're going to see the JVZoo page below it embedded into our website. And if you look at the top of the screen up here where I have the mouse running back and forth, you'll see it says iBoostify.com/OctaSuite. What we've done is we've taken that banned link, we put it inside of our own web page, and we've kind of hugged it with our branding so people get to see us more and have more engagement with us. And you can see at the top of the page it says, want to keep people on your site longer. So we've actually added a little bit of our own marketing to it as well and embraced that JV Zoo piece. So would you like to have the power to be able to win with Facebook and still do the marketing that you want? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, plus a whole bunch more. Hope you're getting excited, because I get excited about this, and I know, Scott, you do too. This is amazing. So as we begin today, I want to take care of some housekeeping. First of all, today's time is for you. For the next hour, hour and a half or so, I want you to make the most of it. So if you've got Skype going on, like most people tend to do these days, put it in your do not disturb mode. Your cell phone, same thing. Turn that sound off. If there's anything that's going to disturb you or distract you, let's get rid of it, because I want you to get the most value out of this. This time is for you, and I promise you, we're going to change the way you think about online marketing, especially how you monetize the way you're doing things with your blog, your podcast, your entire business. Because you're going to discover today, my friends, the automatic blog podcast money multiplier that leverages your WordPress site and triples your profits on autopilot. Not kidding. All from your existing traffic. That's right. You don't have to do anything other than implement a few strategies and some really cool systems that what you'll see in a few minutes that will change everything. Then you can learn how to put it all together and get your readers and visitors to stick to you like glue. But I got to warn you, this is not for small thinkers. The bottom line is you can't create transformation of your business by doing the same old thing and having the same old thinking. So let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys are adventurous out there? How many like to try new things and do new things and get better results? Is that you? Give me a big yes in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of, that's me. That's me. Absolutely. Listen, the way we win is by leading in the adventure game. Absolutely. Because that's where the fun is, isn't it? So ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to surprise you. At the end, you're going to have an opportunity to proceed further with us. So I want to make sure we have a deal. If I give you outstanding content, and trust me, I will. Okay, do I have your permission to share with you what we have to offer you at the end? And I'm saying, of course, in the chat. That's fair type, yes. So there, you've already beat me to it. Absolutely. Thanks, Gerald. And by the way, you can always click off of this. So I have to maintain your attention. I have to give you the goods. So let's rock and roll. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all that so much. So tell me, you guys, how many of you are happy with the money that your blog, podcast, or website has made you in the past 30 days? How many of you are happy with what you've been making? And I'm seeing people saying, no, 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 no. Yes, that's the thing. That's the problem. Here's the thing. Are you getting checks in the mail or online from all the traffic you've sent to anywhere else? Or from the ads you placed in your sidebar, the most valuable real estate on your website? Odds are no. Everyone's saying no. And that's true. For about everybody we talk to, the answer is no. I've been studying this for some time. We've been asking people on our webcasts and our podcasts, in our webinars and so on, and the vast majority of everybody, over 80%, not happy with the results. They are simply not pleased. And the thing is, they've been doing the same thing over and over again, expecting to get a different result, and that doesn't work. And they spent a lot of money on their online training and education for a lot of years. I mean, thousands upon thousands of dollars. And if you can relate to that, just pop in the chat and say, I relate, because that's the challenge. And what they've done is this. They've done things the old way. They've gone back and forth and sideways, trying every different strategy known to man, and not settled on one that is going to lead you to the place that you're going to win. Now, Scott and I teach this all the time. It's all about focus. This is what we do. Scott is very focused on the way he does his marketing, which is why he's so successful. We do the same thing. I want you to do the same thing as well. And today we're going to talk about maintaining that focus and profiting from that focus. Now, a little bit about me, you guys, because some of you may not be familiar with me. This is my pet tiger. Just kidding, actually. But when you come to Thailand and visit me up in Chiang Mai, I live in Bangkok, but we'll go to Chiang Mai, the Tiger Kingdom, which is a refuge for tigers. You'll get to hang out with, these are real tigers. I mean, you'll get to hang out with the real tigers. And then what you do is you stand behind the tiger, not in front of their face, but behind them where it's safer. And you can get your picture taken as well. The fun part is when you go into the cage with the little babies and they climb all over you. And it's just the fun adventure. Anyway, for the past 30 years or so, I have trained thousands of people to make millions of dollars in real estate investments and in business all over the globe. I've created and managed multi-million-dollar projects internationally, and that's not the most important thing. Okay, the most important thing is the story behind it all. Because over 7 years ago, after the global financial meltdown saddled me with losses and debt in the multiple millions of dollars internationally, by the way, I had an experience at a movie theater in Miami that left me literally 2 hours from death, and I'm not kidding here. Now, a skilled heart surgeon saved my life, but it took a lot more than just a scalpel to fix the real cause of that heart attack. Now, I'm 59 years young, and I'm healthier than I've ever been. I run up 62-story buildings. This is me on top of the banyan tree after a hotel here in Bangkok after a virtual marathon, or vertical marathon, that is, and have climbed mountains in Nepal with my mom, who at that time was 79 years old. Yes, we are adventurers, and that's how we win. This is, again, some of the stuff that we've done. This is me in Bilbao, Spain this past summer. That's the way I want to live my life. I want you to do too. But here's the secret. It's all because I've made a shift. And today, I'm going to share that shift with you so that you will never have to put your life at risk as I did, because life's too short. So I got a few questions for you guys. How many of you here have a podcast, a blog, or a website? And is it currently making money for you? Or better yet, would you like it to? Okay, so if that's good, okay, everyone's saying yes. So I got a question for you now. The last question is, how much money would you like for it to make for you? Just, let's say per month. How much money would you like for it to make for you per month? I'm seeing $10,000. I'm seeing $25,000. I'm seeing $3,000. Okay, I'm seeing just $1,000 will make you think bigger on that one. Yeah, and Tim, exactly right. $10,000 is a good number, but I want to see you get to do more, right? I always want to see you doing more and making it a competition, just like if it was your CrossFit. Every day you do better and better, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get real. I'm going to walk you through the specific strategies and systems that are creating huge revenues and sales numbers right now. Now, the results I'm going to share with you are certainly not typical, because the typical person that attends any trainings or buys any course or software and everything does nothing and gets zero results. So I want you to be not typical, right? But I'm going to show you exactly what's working with my partners and clients. And this is not for get-rich-quick people or from working, without doing any effort, people that are just going to talk about it. I want people to actually do the work. So here's what you're going to learn during our workshop today. You're going to learn how to turn your blog and podcast into a more effective and energetic cash-producing machine, so you can build sustainable profit while you sleep. Even, by the way, if you're just getting started with no list, no product, and no content. No kidding. Okay, you're going to learn how to get your website visits to stay on your website without any extra effort, so that you can build your Google rankings without any extra effort. Okay, and any extra SEO tactics, because I'm not a big SEO guy at all. You're going to learn how to build an email list for evergreen promotions to avoid getting caught up in that hamster wheel of online prospecting, so you can stop searching and start serving your audience, which means you can finally earn a living with the people you're doing business with right now. You're also going to learn the new way to build a long-lasting, income-stable, that's so important, an income-stable business that you can be proud of and will allow you to be the totalpreneur that has everything. Listen, we created the Institute for Totalpreneurship to help entrepreneurs get everything that they want in their life, and that's what this is all about. Now, why is this important to you? Well, first of all, it's because most blogging and podcast advice you've ever gotten has been completely wrong. It's been all about megaphone marketing and talking louder, talking faster, getting more sensational, and it's all BS, you guys. And frankly, we're all immune to it now. All the big promises and the big talk, we think it's garbage. So you can't just do that anymore. Listen, you can't just even put your AdSense code up there either anymore, and that's done. And you absolutely do not need a lot of content to hit it big anymore. Now it's about the quality of your content that makes sense. It's the 80-20 rule. So stop trying to outsmart Google if that's what you've been thinking about doing, what you've been talking about or taught to do, because it doesn't work. Listen, this is different. This is not about getting rich quick or doing nothing and getting paid or games, shenanigans, or black hats. It's not about flashy tactics or throwing stuff against the wall to make a buck. We're talking strictly about strategy and systems, something that's just completely different. So is this for you? Well, let's talk about it. If you sell other people's products and services and want to build your own audience and readership to triple your profits, well, then this is totally for you. If you're a blogger, podcaster, writer, author, or post a lot of online content, this is absolutely great, especially if you want to keep them on your website. You're going to love what we're going to do today. If you want to use YouTube videos, I love YouTube videos. To seamlessly sell to people's products, this is for you. And if you want to be among the few bloggers and podcasters that actually have a thriving, steady, and consistent income, you're going to love that we brought you here today. If you want to work less, make more, and have more fun in the process, this is for you. But it's not for everybody. Who this is not for, if you have no value to offer, you can skip this this session. If you're looking for the magic answer, you're not going to be very happy because my crystal ball broke just recently. And if you blame other people for your lack of progress or lack of action, we're not going to get along, because we're all about making it work and having accountability. Fair enough? So ladies and gentlemen, let's start taking some notes. We're going to jump right into what I call the 5 pillars of profit maximization. Say that 3 times fast. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through this pretty quick, and then we'll dive in a little bit deeper so you can start taking some notes right about now. The first pillar of profit maximization for your podcast, your blog, your content is engagement. And that especially goes for you right now as a blogger, podcaster, content provider. Second is authority. You want to associate with celebrity in your business and your marketing. We'll show you how to do that in a minute. Third is leveraging the power of video, specifically YouTube. Number 4 is OPS. As a real estate person, we used to say OPM, buying with other people's money. This is leveraging other people's stuff. We could have called it OPC, but OPS sounded better to me. OPC for other people's content. We're going to leverage affiliate offers. And number 5, magnetic marketing. That's retargeting and remarketing. And the power of that is just off the charts. You may know it's important, but you probably don't know how important it is, and you'll see that in just a few minutes. So let's dive in. The first pillar is engagement. Make sure you write that down, engagement. And I'm going to ask you a question here, so get ready to start answering this question here in the chat box. The key to success in business and in life is simply one word. What do you believe the word is? The one word that is the key to success in business and in life. Just pop that in the chat, and let's see what that word is, or what you think that word is. So Bob says creativity. Tom says commitment. Jeff says integrity. Let's see. John says persistence. Gerald says engagement. Julie says commitment again. Tim says profits. Okay. I see Millie says customers. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you the answer is relationships. Relationships. Everything that you guys put in is correct, but it's all part of the relationship that you have with your customers. If you don't have a solid relationship, they're not going to give you money. They're not going to pay you. They're not going to be with you. So you've got to build those relationships. How then do you do that? Now, if you're running a podcast, every podcast you do builds that relationship with your audience, but you got to continue that relationship. So here's how we do it. Now, you want to create your own content and post it. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of things that will make life easy for you, but this is the hard way. Okay, when I began doing content marketing decades ago, I'm talking decades ago. I just come out of a bankruptcy, and I became a real estate agent. How did I manage to become a top real estate agent in the 4th largest market in the country? At that time, Philadelphia was like the 4th largest market in the country, I believe. How did I do it? Well, I created a column in the local real estate in the local weekly paper. They did not have a real estate column. I called the editor and I said, "Hey, listen, can I do a column for you?" He said yes. He even told me he had to pay me. So I got paid, I think it was $20 or $25 per insertion. I wrote every other week for this article, and this thing fed me literally for 2 years. 2 years. And that's before content marketing was anything of something to talk about. So that's the hard way, though, because I got to tell you that every time I had a deadline, I think it was 4 o'clock on Tuesdays, I tell you, it was hard. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I have to write? There's got to be an easier way. There is one, and that's to curate content on your site. And if you're running a podcast with guests, it's the same kind of thing. Your guest is going to provide the content while you host it. So we want to curate content on your site. There are some ground rules for curation. First of all, if you're going to do it on a blog, this is the Doggington Post, to give you an example. Nearly everything in here is curated, not written by the owners of Doggington Post, but it's all curated. Huffington Post, I picked an old page from Huffington Post here. Huffington Post did the same thing when they first began, and now they do their own stuff. So some ground rules for running your content marketing program for your curation. First of all, it's got to be relevant and meaningful, and it's got to be helpful. It's got to provide value. Let me put it this way. It's got to pass the so what test. If after you read or listen to or enjoy the content, if you say, so what, you haven't won. Okay, you haven't given people the value that they need. It's got to be something that they're willing to share, because if it's good, they'll share it. You don't need to be sensational. You don't have to go viral intentionally. If you give something of value, it will go viral because people will care about it. I'll give you an interesting example. A while back, I found a video that online that was teaching people. It was from a guy that does lifestyle hacks. He was teaching people how to peel a hard-boiled egg more easily. Now, you may think that's kind of weird. That's like, that. Who cares? But I thought it was interesting. I make hard-boiled eggs. I eat a lot of eggs as part of my diet. So I watched the video to see whether he does it the same way I do it. And yes, sure enough, we did. But I thought it was cool. It was like a 3-minute video. And I thought that was really cool. So I subscribed to his YouTube channel because it was that powerful for me. And I shared the video with other people because I thought, wow, if you're telling me that you can't provide content, this guy's talking about peeling eggs, and he's got like, I don't know how many thousands of views he had. So value is certainly key, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. I know somebody's making a fortune doing content for auto body shops. So, that you may think that's kind of a small market, but trust me, it's not, right? Last but not least, you got to give proper credit for that information for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's the right thing to do. Okay, if you're using somebody else's content and passing it along, give credit. It's absolutely the right thing to do. But secondly, you position yourself in a great place, and we'll get to that second pillar in a second about authority. But you position yourself by being a good guy or a good gal. Okay, by referencing where you got the information, and you are now bringing them great information. So almost you're creating reciprocity by providing good, solid content. And the third piece of this is that when you do give credit and you provide a backlink back to that content, and you want to let that person know that you're sharing their stuff, you've now created a new friend. You've now created a new friend, and you never know what kind of business you can do with that person or how they'll promote you. It's huge for you. Absolutely, really, really, really big for you. So that's extremely important. Okay. Now let's jump in to the second pillar, which is authority and leveraging authority. Because we began talking about this a second ago, let's dive in a bit deeper. This is my friend Laura Betterly, who does SEO and traffic for the stars. This is the author Michael Gerber, who wrote the book The E-Myth that has sold like 30 million copies or whatever it is over the years. This is Mari Smith, and I'm just going to put a couple more pictures up over here on the screen. This is the former U.S. ambassador to Thailand, fantastic lady, Christy Kenny. Now, I got to tell you something. These pictures, I have always thought pictures like this were super tacky. Because most people don't know who they're taking pictures with. You're just going to an event, taking a picture, and moving on. Okay. Now I'm friendly with nearly all these people. Gerber and I have had dinner and breakfast and so on, and have done some stuff together. We shot videos together, Michael and I, which is kind of cool. But what this does, these pictures put you together, and in the eyes of your viewer, you have been elevated. I know it may sound weird, but it's absolutely true psychologically. So it's really, really a powerful thing to do. So if you can go to an event and take a picture with somebody, as tacky as maybe you feel it is, get the picture done, just get it done, get it up, and it's amazing the power that it is for you. But you may be saying, but wait a minute, Ken, I live on the top of a mountain. I only turn on my generator so I can do the internet, so I can be on a webinar with you right now. I don't go to these events. It's not likely it's ever going to happen. I'm isolated. This ain't going to work for me. And I'll say to you, patience, grasshopper, because there is a way to do it digitally. Remember, I live in Thailand, so I've got to work very hard to go to the U.S., to go to an event, for example. Sometimes they'll come here to Asia, but travel's hard for me too. So what do? You do this. You do something called wrapping. Okay, we're going to get into that in a little bit more deeply. But you take someone else's content, you curate their content, and you put it on your website. So you're looking right now at my website, iboostedby.com. There's my branding at the top of the page. And you'll notice that I hugged my buddy Jeff Walker over here. So Jeff Walker's blog is now appearing on my website. You see at the top of the page, iboostedby.com/Jeff Walker blog. Now, my branding is at the top, and it's wrapped around, or hugging, if you will, Jeff Walker's blog. Now, I haven't touched anything on Jeff's blog. Jeff's blog is exactly as it would appear on his page. Okay, so Jeff is thrilled, right? Because wow, I'm promoting Jeff and I'm endorsing Jeff and I'm showing everybody Jeff's stuff, but it's on my website. How would you like to be able to have anybody's site on your site so that you can promote Seth Godin, you can promote my buddy Scott Patton, pick your expert and be associated with that expert automatically, psychologically, without any extra work on your part? I'm seeing a lot of oh wows. Yeah, exactly, Sylvia. That's the thing that just makes it work so beautifully. And there's no extra work to do. I'll show you how to do it in a little bit. But that's the whole idea. You don't need to leave that cabin in the mountains, right? Where you may be isolated. You don't have to work so hard. This idea of creating authority and branding yourself with the people that you want to brand yourself with is so easy to do, so elegant, but no one's ever had the ability to do it before on such an easy level until now. Okay, and by the way, when you come to Jeff Walker's site, you do that, you can actually build your list because you can add all of your own entrance and exit pop-ups. We have something called Site Pop that's we're integrating with our software. We build software that creates this to happen. And anyway, you can now build your list by simply adding those pop-ups inside, outside, and so on, and cover the entire screen with your branding as well. Really is really cool. Next, the third pillar is video. Now, I love YouTube, and I hope you do too. YouTube has giant power, and certainly the YouTube engagement factor is giant because, let's face it, Google owns them, so I say they're sleeping with YouTube. The videos can be addicting, and I think you can agree they certainly are. People respond to video very easily, and they respond because video is engaging. You know, whether it's a face-to-face video, whether it's a just text-only video, whatever it is, you're being hit with visual, you're being hit with auditory, you're being hit with emotion. And I'll tell you, for the most part, I don't watch television. I do not. I might have had a television hooked up in years. I will watch things on YouTube, and that's what I do. So the big gift from YouTube is this. You can actually have your viewers click your video to buy directly on that video. Now you may be saying, but Ken, I can do that now. I got a WordPress plugin that I bought. Yes, that's probably true. A lot of people are offering that kind of a thing. But most people will click through to YouTube. They get to YouTube and all that stuff that you bought is meaningless. Doesn't work because what you've been looking at has been add-on stuff. Wouldn't it be better if you could go native YouTube and actually buy the stuff straight on that YouTube link, not from anything else you have to add on? Because that'll A, slow you down, and B, doesn't work all the time if you're going directly to YouTube. So how do we do it? The big limitation you need to know about with YouTube is that yes, they will let you go to another website and click to buy, but the site you have to go to is your own. Okay, it's got to be your own website. It's called an associated website, and what you see on your screen will be different than what you see on YouTube. YouTube's constantly changing their interface, so it'll be similar, but it'll be a little bit of a different look, I'm sure, that when you get to do that yourself. But you got to have an associated website. So, So the thing is that if you wanted to send to an affiliate site, for example, like we talked about in the beginning with that JVZoo link on Facebook, you can't do it. But if you sent them to your site with that product you want them to buy embedded in your page, then you get to win all day long. And that's the key, guys. That's the key. So you control that customer experience. Just remember that because there's a question coming up soon you want to be thinking about, right? So the fourth pillar is OPS, other people's stuff. We're going to leverage affiliate offers. Now, I want you to think a little bit differently right now. Big mind shift here, okay? I want you to think about you being Target stores if you're in the US or Australia, or Macy's or Neiman Marcus or Harrods, or even your Maserati or Rolls-Royce dealer, or better yet, even the Apple store, okay? What am I talking about? You know, affiliate marketers, they sell other people's stuff. Well, that's true. But walk into just about any retail store, you're looking at other people's stuff too. The store owner is putting on the shelves products and services created by other people. And then they're just carrying an inventory where we as smarter marketers, I believe, basically work on consignment and drop ship. That's really what we're doing. When we sell somebody else's product as an affiliate, we're simply passing it through and having someone else fulfill for us. But when you walk into the Apple store, for example, and you look on the shelf, yes, the Mac is made by Apple or by Apple's suppliers. But if you want to buy the iPhone case or the speaker system or whatever, that's made by somebody else with someone else's branding. Apple stocks it. And in some cases, Apple just drop ships, especially if you're buying on like the Apple website. So you have to think like those guys, all right? So, and that's the big key. So my question for you now is this. Get ready to pop in the chat. Why do you shop at your favorite store, Macy's, Target, Apple, or whatever? Why do people, and maybe you, stand in line at all hours of the day and night before a new iPhone or iPad or Mac or whatever comes out? Why do people do that? Why are they such crazy people that will do that? And I'm saying crazy in a positive way, not in a negative way. Okay. But what is it? Why is it that you shop at your favorite store? Just pop in the chat. I'm still waiting for you guys. Okay, I'm seeing price. I'm seeing location. I'm seeing salespeople. The allure. Great. There's the allure. Thanks, Gerald. Okay. Tom says price. Roxanne says selection. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of price, selection. Okay, guys, I submit to you that those are all fantastic answers, but you put it all together, it's one thing. It's the customer experience. It's how do you feel when you're in that store. When you control the experience. Listen, I walk in the Apple store, I feel like I'm a Jedi. I feel special because I'm among the Apple chosen. You know, now Apple's become, I mean, it's all over the place here. Here in Bangkok, everyone, especially all of the digital nomads, we're 99% of us are on Macs. So it's almost like being part of a special club. And by the way, you want your people to be part of that special club. Oh yeah. So you control the experience and you win big, everybody. That's a big boom right there. Control the experience that people have with you on your website. Don't send them anywhere else, but keep them with you, and you control the conversation. That's what we got to do with our podcast. That's what we have to do with a blog that supports our podcast. That's what we have to do with everything that we do. Make things fun for them. Get them engaged. Now, the last pillar for us today is magnetic marketing. Now, I want you to think about something. Multiple impressions can increase your sales by up to 325% or more. I'll show you where in a second. It is magnetic, and let me demonstrate this for you. This is the gorgeous Marie Forleo. Marie is a really cool lady. She's done an outstanding job of getting herself promoted over the years, has her own TV show right now, and is amazing. Now, one of the things I like most about Marie is her graphics, the way she engages people on her website. This is an old version of her B School site that I snapped a few years ago. But I go to her website periodically just to see what she's doing because I love her graphics. I just love the way she put things together. So I went to her site. She was promoting B School a while back. She does it once a year and she does extremely well. It's primarily for women. So anyway, I went to her website and then I went to look for a kite surfer because I was going to learn to do kite surfing, which is really fun, by the way. So I went to look on one of my sites here in Thailand, and there's Marie. She's so helpful. She's even bringing me a cup of coffee to help me on my search. I go to another page, and there she is again with more coffee. Now, Marie, I only drink tea. I got to remind you about that. But here she is again and again and again, this time with voodoo hands. Okay, what is she doing? She's retargeting us. She's retargeting us. And the power of retargeting is just immense. Guys, the average website conversion rate is little more than 2%, and that's being generous. It's down more than that now. And that means that nearly everybody that comes to your site for the first time, they're going to leave without the desired action you want. They're gone. And so many of them will never come back. Okay? That's costly. The average click-through rate for display ads is 0.07%. That may seem like a little, but guys, retargeted ads is 0.7% or 10 times the improvement. 10x. That's huge. Now here's where it gets really interesting. 72% of all e-commerce shoppers, they abandon their shopping carts. Now, why do they abandon? I mean, they've already gone to buy. Why do they leave? Well, any number of reasons, right? It can be that their baby's crying, the phone rings, their boss walks by, whatever. They got to find their credit card and can't find it, whatever it is. Now, without retargeting, 8% come back. Okay, that's great, 8%. But when you add retargeting to the mix, 26% come back. So from 8% to 26% is a 325% improvement. And guys, that is where the money gets made. Big time. Retargeting can boost your ad response up to 400%. Okay? Now, here's a thing that's even more interesting. It's the importance of attention. This is the cover of Robert Cialdini's new book, Persuasion, which I encourage everybody to read. Robert talks about how you talk to people and how you set things up for them, and retargeting is a giant way to do that. Read the book, implement what he talks about, and you'll discover that you're going to be doing a lot more retargeting. And if you have never done it before, you'll be recognizing how much you have to do it right now. But there's a problem with all of this. Unless you own your website or can control visitor access, the odds are stacked against you. Let me show you. This is a real case study, and it's live right now, okay? I want to share with you an intrepid blog curator, okay? He's doing a fantastic job, but he's throwing his visitors away every single day, all right? And it's costing him a ton of money. Let me show you what he's doing. Let me bring you over to his website. Whoops, not this page, this page. This is nichepursuits.com, and my buddy Spencer Hawes made this post a while ago. It's talking about time on site for ranking in Google. And if you go down, he's done a really beautiful job, and he's curated a couple of links in here. Let's go click this link right over here. He's being very helpful, giving me a link to get more information. So I click this link, and I'm taken over to Web Pro News. Now that's great. You've got great information, except guess what he just did to us? He sent us away. He sent us to another website, and we've left packing. We've left. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely horrible. Now they're gone. And listen, given the fact that we live in short attention span theater, that's a giant problem. Now, what's this costing him? Well, the lifetime customer value, let's just even figure what your lifetime customer value is. Anybody know what the lifetime customer value of your community is right now? What's your lifetime customer value? Well, hang on a second. Let's get right back to where it belongs here. Okay, let's just say it's $1,000. It should be your lifetime customer value. Hopefully, is going to be even more than that. But I want to know what are your people going to be buying from you over their lifetime with you? Okay, so let's say it's $1,000. Now, the opt-in rate. If you're running any kind of an entrance pop-up or an exit pop-up or whatever, I will normally pick up anywhere between 20 to 40% on my entrance pop-ups. So usually closer to 40%. So let's just say that you get 20% of the people that are coming to your site that opt in. So that's of 100 visitors, 20 will opt in. Of those 20, how many are going to convert and ultimately buy something from you over time? Let's say it's 1 out of those 20. That's 5%. So at the end of the day, the value of your visitor is 1 in 20, and if the customer value is $1,000, that's 1% of that $1,000, or $10 is the value of every visitor to your website. So if everyone comes to your website, some are going to buy, some are not. But if you know that 1 out of 100 are going to be cash, you know if your lifetime customer value is $1,000, that each one of those, do you guys hear me okay? I'm hearing a no more sound. You guys hear me okay? If you do, just give me a yes in the chat. Do you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, Ken, you stopped for a second, but you're back now.
Oh, that's awesome. I love technology. Thanks, Bruno, for that. Yes, this is live. Okay, so lifetime customer value is $10. That means that every visitor coming to your site is ultimately worth $10. But by the same token, every visitor that leaves costs you $10 or more, depending upon what your particular numbers are. But for Spencer, let's say it's $10. So what's it worth to fix it? Well, certainly a lot more than $10, right? I mean, thousands of dollars is being lost here every single month, especially if you're getting traffic. So we got to stop the bleeding. How do we stop the bleeding? Well, the answer, my friends, is something that's so elegantly beautiful. It's called SiteWrap. We built SiteWrap, and I want you to stick around to the very end because I got something super special for you. I built SiteWrap to change everything. Let me share with you what I'm talking about here. Let's see if I get to the right page. This is not the right page. Let's see if here we go. Okay, so this is where Matt Cutts came in, where Spencer sent us packing. Let's look at an alternative. This is the Niche Pursuits page, same one you saw a minute ago, okay? But notice that it's on my website at iboostify.com, and you'll even see a link here where I can take them back to a home page. So what we've done is just like you saw a few minutes ago when we hugged Jeff Walker's site and we hugged an affiliate site from JVZoo, here we're hugging Niche Pursuits. Now watch what happens. So let's take a look at the Matt Cutts link. If you click that same link, yes, you get a Web Pro News, but guess what? You're still on our website. You're still on our website. So you've never left. This is where it gets super duper important. Okay? So now what should our buddy over here have done? Let's go click the back button here. With Niche Pursuits, what he should have done, he should have wrapped, that's what we call it wrapping, this Matt's Cuts article into his own site so that it would have shown up with his own branding on top. Because you can brand any way you like. That's the cool thing. Where does this matter for a podcaster? Well, let's take a look at what Entrepreneur on Fire, for example, one of my favorite blogs and podcasts. On an episode that he did a while ago, let's take a look. He's got his show notes. You're going to have all your show notes as well, right? But let's take a look at this. He's got a resource called Reco. So if I go ahead and I click reco.com, guess what happened? He sent me away again. Wow, I'm gone. So now, yeah. So what about his website? He's sending him to his website. Gone again. Now, yes, he's sending you opening up new tabs, but you're gone, and I'm just going to simply close out the rest of the tabs and so on. So this is not good. What if we just simply wrapped the branding, the EO Fire branding, around those pages so they'd never left EO Fire? Let's take a look at another one. Scott, you gave me this one before we started today. This is Seth Godin's, right? And if you scroll through all of his notes, okay, you're going to see a link over here. And this one is, where to go? Not everything is beneficial. You click this link, and now you're going to BibleStudiesTools.com. That's great, except that he sent you away. Wouldn't it be better to have your branding on top of all of that? So that's what we're going to do. We're not ever going to send people packing off your website, because you lose them. You lose the time on site. You lose the engagement. Google looks at all these things, and it's costing you money. Plus, you've lost them. Here's what I want you to do. Take a look at this website. This is cabinsofbirchhollow.com. This is a live website. It's one of our clients. Now, what they do is they rent cabins in the mountains of Kentucky in the United States. Okay. Now, they were having a trouble with their business because people were like, well, that's nice. I got a cabin, but what am I going to do? What do I do when I get to Kentucky? So what she's done is she's built her website and added resources. So let's go look at Ultimate Adventures. When you click on Ultimate Adventures, okay, you've got all the different things you can do in the mountains. Let's take a look at, let's go zip lining today. So if you click on zip lining, click on the zip lining link, and what happens is she now sends you to the page at Red River Ziplining. This is redriverziplining.com, I guess, Red River Appalachian, whatever it is. I don't even know what the exact URL is. It doesn't matter. But the bottom line is you're on that website, but you've never left hers. You see, you've never left hers. You're at cabinsofbirchhollow.com/Red River Zipline. You've never left her site, okay? And you can click the Return Home button to go back to where she wants you at Adventure Fun. So she controls the experience. Timeline site is up, and all the resources that she's given you, we can go swimming now to the next swim page, and now we'll go to the national park. Same thing over here. She's now given you the site, never ever leaving it. You see, isn't that cool? So now she's doing affiliate marketing. She is now the resource center for the Kentucky mountains, okay, because anything you want to do in the Kentucky mountains, she's got it there. And Cabins of Birch Hollow is first and foremost in the page. This is something that Cialdini, in terms of what he talks about in Prefluence and his Influence book from many years ago, says is the most important thing. And by the way, this is unconscious, perhaps for you, okay, but every time you see that impression, it imprints on you that this is where you got to go, this is where you got to go, this is where you got to go. Wouldn't you like to have that kind of imprinting on your own pages? And that's exactly what you're going to get to do right now when you use SiteWrap. I want to give you a case study. Okay, this is the story of Guru Bob. It is an absolutely true story. I was there. Guru Bob, a few years ago, earned $24,000 of affiliate commissions in one weekend. In one weekend. How many of you guys would like to earn $24,000 in one weekend? Pop in the chat and say, me. Okay? He was dancing the happy dance. Oh, he was. I was with him. We were up in Chiang Mai, Thailand, at an event, and I'm watching like every hour as he's just showing me a screenshot of all the new sales that were coming through. It was really pretty amazing. And this was a $1,000 product. Yeah, I'm seeing all the me's coming through. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, unanimously, everyone's like, yeah, I want that. So here's the thing. He was thrilled until he learned what he threw away, because he threw away a lot of money. Okay? Now let's take a look at the numbers here. It was a $1,000 product. He earned a 50% commission. So he made $24,000 that weekend, which meant if that was 50%, he had $48,000 of gross sales, or total 48 sales at $1,000 a piece, right? Now, he was doing this on Facebook. So the question is, okay, how many leads or clicks does it take to get 48 sales of a $1,000 product on Facebook? At a 1% conversion rate, that'd have been about 4,800. I suspect that he did less than that, maybe 0.5% conversion, probably even smaller than that. But let's just use a 0.5% conversion on that. That meant 9,600 clicks and leads to get to those 48 sales, if you agree with those numbers, okay? So let's just round it to 10,000 to keep the math simple here, okay? So that means that he generated about 10,000 visitors, and he generated those for somebody else. He sent them to his affiliate partner's page. Lucy's screaming about this, and you would be too, because he made money for somebody else. Poor Guru Bob, okay? Google has no idea that he even exists because he sent everyone directly to the other guy's website. He built no engagement, he built zero community, and he has a 0 Google ranking. Now, what are the consequences for that? Well, certainly a giant money leak, as you can see. He lost revenue and money. He lost customers probably forever. All those leads bypassed him. Every bit of those leads bypassed him. Imagine going down the freeway and you take the bypass around the crowded city. You never entered the customer zone, right? And he has incredibly poor website performance stats. Question for you guys. Does he have a business? Does he have a business? I say no. He's just a digital sharecropper, my friends. He doesn't even have his own website working here, okay? That's a problem. That's a giant problem. Without a website, he couldn't use an entrance or an exit pop-up to build a list, but his JV partner sure as heck could and build a list. So Guru Bob made his JV partner rich. Ouch! That's really bad. Yes, ignorance is bliss for Guru Bob. He still made $24,000 and he's still happy, but he has no idea what he gave away. Now, we know that retargeting can explode your profits by over 300%, okay? But unless the offer's on your own page, you can't retarget, which means you can't retarget any of those affiliate offers, and you're going to have to kiss those profits goodbye. And Lucy's still upset. But guys, what if you could have it all? What if you could have everything, okay? Build a list, make more money, get better Google rankings, and so on. Well, how much money could Guru Bob really have made? Let's take a look. Assuming he had 10,000 visitors with an exit pop-up, his list would have grown. Now, how much? I don't know. Let's say that, again, we looked at a 20% opt-in rate, but just for the moment right now, let's just say that it only grows by 10%. So his mailing list is growing at 10%. That gives him 1,000 new members. Okay, now valuation of a member is about $1 per member per month. That's what they're worth. So that's $12,000 a year, guys. Half as much money as he made just on his original sales. But now let's take a look at retargeting results. Assuming a 3x conversion increase, 48 sales times 3 is 144 sales. 144,000 gross sales is a $72,000 increase in Guru Bob's profits. So let's summarize this. The initial sales of $24,000 is what Guru Bob made without doing anything. With retargeting, we're talking about a $72,000 increase for a total income immediately of $96,000. Then, with 1,000 new members on his list, he just added an annuity of $1,000 a month or $12,000 a year. Guys, that's $108,000 over his first 12 months, with 12 grand coming in each and every month after that. I'm sorry, 12 grand each and every year after that, rather. Okay? To take a look at it, that's just viva la difference. Before SiteWrap, 10,000 visitors, $24,000 in income, $2.40 per visitor. After SiteWrap, you've jumped to the same 10,000 visitors, but you've skyrocketed to $108,000 of income, or $10.80 per visitor. Guys, the big solution is that now you can control visitor access. You can have them stick to you like glue, and you can make money like crazy. How is this possible? Well, it's the marvels of modern technology at work. Listen, for the past 36 or so months, even longer than that now, my team has been laser focused on perfecting this process. Now, I'm going to share the system with you, but I'm likely to get incredibly enthusiastic with you. And when you see how easy and powerful this thing is, I know you're going to get really excited about it too. So let me introduce you to SiteWrap, which is powered by iBoostify. SiteWrap allows you to, again, wrap your branding around somebody else's. I'm going to show you how to do it in just a second. But this is mybettermarriage.com. They've wrapped, get a load of this, they wrapped CNN. Now imagine the time on site when someone's going around all the bad news on CNN, okay, because you can wrap CNN. They wrapped marriagesherpa.com. They wrapped how to forgive and the 7 secrets of fixing your marriage from Mort Bertel. And they have the control of this because you can send them back to wherever you want. They've done all of this. You can set your own branding. So that header at the top of the screen is all designed by you. So however you want to make your branding, you create the branding. It's really cool. Let's take a look at how it works in action. So let's go, let me just close a couple of these windows out over here to keep things simple for us. Let's go ahead and create a wrap. And I'll go ahead and I'll do an affiliate wrap first. So let me just quickly go ahead and pick a wrap. I got a little bit of a head start here. This is something for Webinar Geo that Walt Bayless sells. It's pretty good stuff. And let's go ahead and create a wrap. I'm in WordPress, and I'm going to go down to the iBoostify button and click single wrap. Real simple. Okay. Now I'm going to click that, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to name this Webinar Geo, Geo. Okay, and I'll just call it Webinar Geo Promo. Make it different. I'm going to simply plug in the URL that I copied a minute ago. There it is, right there. And now we're asked for a banner link URL. That's the button that we have right over here that says Return on Site. Okay, that's it. So we're going to say where we want that button to go. So let's take them to our SiteWrap button. So it's right over here. Okay, the rest of this is all defaulted. We're just going to leave it alone for right now. You have, by the way, you can't set up your wrap unless you've done retargeting. Okay, well, at least we remind you about it. So we have our retargeting code right in there. I click the button, and in just a couple seconds, it's going to create the wrap by the virtue of modern technology. There it is. Let's go ahead and click the link right over here. And in just a second, there's our branding, and Webinar Geo is going to come up in just, there it is right there. Okay. And now Walt's going to start talking to me. Let's just turn him. There we go. We'll just turn Walt off. Cool, huh? So let me ask you a question. Who has a website that they would like to see me wrap for them right now? Let's do a live wrap for one of you guys. Now, if someone's asking, does every website wrap? And the answer, it's a great question, by the way. Answer is no, not every website wraps. And anyone that would tell you you can do anything all the time would be telling you something that's a misspeak, right? Nothing is ever 100%. I mean, you don't get 100% sunshine every day either. So here's the scoop. Nearly every website will wrap, but some don't. So for example, YouTube doesn't wrap, Amazon doesn't wrap, TED Talks used to wrap, they don't any longer. I'd say about 96 to 97% of all the sites we want to wrap will wrap, but some just have some technology that just doesn't work. Okay, so whoever has something that they would like me to wrap, just pop in the chat, and I will wrap we'll see whether your site wraps. Do you know Shopify sites will wrap? Absolutely, Shopify sites will absolutely wrap, which is really pretty cool. So you can use it for your e-commerce, and the Shopify guys are so excited about that because now all the traffic that they can send to themselves, not to Shopify. Isn't that great to send them to their own website and not to Shopify.com and lose the traffic? That's the way you control a marketplace. You really get to control a marketplace. So yeah, so let's go ahead and let's see. What do we have? Scott, you got somebody, you got a site you want me to wrap? Let's see, we can just pop that in.
Sure. Why don't you wrap, I was thinking of Web Pro News and another one like that, but a good one to wrap.
Everyone's being shy. Let's wrap your site. Let's wrap your site actually.
Power Podcasters.
Perfect. Okay, it's powerpodcasters.com.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. We'll have it come back to iBoostify SiteWrap, and now let's click the wraps. That took like seconds, right? That just took seconds. So now we're creating the wrap. And it's, I've been doing this for years and years now because we created the software for us and for our internal use and for a friend of ours who inspired us to create it. And I'll tell you, every time I create a wrap, I get super excited. Here it is. Let's go click it. Looks like I already did a wrap for you before, Scott. Let's take a look. So there we are, Scott Patton-2, iBoostify.com. And now let's wait for your site to pop in and load. And your site, here we go, right here, perfect. And it looks great because our colors match perfectly. Look at that. That's absolutely awesome. So yeah, so whenever I send someone to you, Scott, we send them to this link. Okay, we'll send them to this link. Pretty cool. Everyone's like, wow, this is great. How do you get this? Well, I mean, Linda's jumping up and down. She's so excited. This is great. This is the power of SiteWrap, guys. This is absolutely the power of SiteWrap. So let's keep going here. Guys, what's it worth for you to know how your visitors behave on your top competitors' websites? Okay, it's pretty huge, isn't it? Well, we're going to show you some exclusive heat wrap map technology. I can't even say it. It's like having an X-ray on your computer. Heat maps are not new. I mean, you can use heat maps all the time, but primarily using them on your own site because there's no way to access the other people's website to do it. But we created some really great technology that we've released that's called I forget what we're even calling it. And it was Site Fire or something, I forget. But anyway, the heat map is really, really pretty amazing. So you're going to get to actually see the heat maps working on other people's sites and then mirror what they're doing. So what's your biggest challenge? Maybe you're fed up with struggling, trying to make a bunch of money, real money, online. Or maybe you just don't want to have to work so hard. Perhaps you're just doing okay and want a bit more freedom, money, time, or whatever it is as you scale your business to the next level. Or maybe you're looking for a better way to reduce your risk and make life fun again. I hope you get this really one thing, and that is that I hope you found the secret to getting faster and easier money in the bank is to work smarter, not harder, so you can finally leverage your effort and make more money. Hoping you can make the transition from best guest blogger or podcaster into strategic growth marketer. Listen, you guys, when you implement the SiteWrap system immediately, you're going to make lots more money faster and easier. And when you offer SiteWrap to your clients or customers, and yes, you can resell that too if you like. When you join our affiliate program, you can actually help them boost their business and make money too. Yes, so you want to promote it on your blog or podcast? Absolutely, Sally, you can absolutely do that. We would love to work with you. So the obvious question is, would you like me to help you? People saying, where's the link? Where's the link? Okay, patience. We're getting there. So listen, now you can have the same system because SiteWrap gives you the power that only the multi-million-dollar big boys have had for many, many years. Okay, it's cost them thousands upon thousands of dollars to create this technology, and you only got to use a programmer to do it. So we're getting there. But before you get it, I want you to know exactly what it does, so you know that it's right for you. Here's what it'll do for you. It'll boost the visitor time on your site, so your Google rankings will skyrocket, and you won't need to think about SEO any longer. It'll make curation pay for you, so all those external links can become internal links. Okay, and you remain in control of where your visitors go, so you can build your relationships and sell more stuff. It'll multiply the money you make with other people's products, especially on YouTube, which gives you the power that few others have and can allow you to dominate your niche with videos that sell, guys. You'll be able to crush it with affiliate offers by getting all the traffic benefits, the ability to list build, run retargeting campaigns, and create a real business that you can depend upon, which gives you control and certainty. And by the way, you'll be able to get your links on Facebook by giving them a link that's Facebook friendly, finally leading to your page and your content, which wraps the offer that you are promoting. How much money will you make more this week, just this week, if you do just that? That's giant. Guys, you'll be able to create wrapped affiliate funnels by cascading wrapped pages one after the other so you can show multiple offers. I didn't show you this. Let me show you this real quick because it is really pretty stellar. So when you go into, if you want to create a whole sales funnel, what you'll do is you'll go down to what we say create funnel right over here. And the whole idea is that you're going to define this button right over here to go to another page that you've wrapped, to another page that you've wrapped, to another page that you've wrapped. And it's simple. All you do is you create your first page, just like this. Then you go ahead and create your second page, and so on. Most people go about 3 pages deep. We've gone 10, so the high achievers here can do as many as they want. And when you're done, just click create your funnel, and it makes it all for you. Your entire sales funnel made in seconds, all using other people's content. Pretty stellar, okay? That's really cool. It'll multiply your effectiveness so you don't have to work so hard to create the income you desire. Guys, SiteWrap allows you to stack the benefits, okay, which allows you to retarget, list build, generate more. I mean, it's just, you can make money like crazy. That's the whole idea. Guys, it'll also allow you to do impossible market research. Nobody can run heat maps on other people's websites unless they use our software. We built it. We built this. No one else can do this but us. And soon you You'll be able to make a bigger impact and build your tribe faster, which allows you to actually connect with and help more people so you can make more money at the same time. And guys, you'll be able to win affiliate offers too. I mean, it's huge. This is specifically for you. So let's get started today. And let's get started together. When you put SiteWrap to use today, you'll begin to see immediate results. Now, I want to share this with you because this blew my mind. Aileen Bounty is one of our SiteWrap customers, and she put it together on a brand new site that she built a while back. Her stats showed that at that time on a brand new site, a time on site of over 29 minutes. 29 minutes. The cool thing is this, you guys. The cool thing is this, that you'll get to hear her. We actually recorded it when we showed her that on one of our user meetups. And you'll go to our member site and actually hear her practically scream with excitement. She is blown away by SiteWrap, and people are just constantly overwhelmed by just how amazing SiteWrap is. Kirsten says the most amazing product I've ever had access to, the most exciting system ever. Ron Del Baccio loves this. Virginia Parsons, the Hangout mentor, she's now using it on Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam is awesome. We love Webinar Jam. The problem with Webinar Jam is that it's all about Webinar Jam. The branding is everywhere. So she has wrapped Webinar Jam. So finally, her branding gets to control the environment. Pretty cool, right? She loves this, and you will too. So guys, what would it mean to you? What would change in your life if you suddenly had a thriving business that threw off massive extra cash for you every single day, every week, every month, more than ever before? That's what this can do for you. It blows away the typical novice internet marketer model. And guys, here's the thing. Old habits die hard. So you've got to make a shift. Remember I asked you about being an adventurer earlier and you said yes? This is where the adventure begins, because you can't create new change by doing the same old stuff. And yes, this is not for everybody because you actually have to do something. But the fun thing is we've taken away all the friction because it's just so easy to do. You will be thrilled at how this changes the game for you and how people will say to you, how are you doing that? That's the cool thing. People always ask, how did you do that? It's simple and you get to win. This is work, guys, for people that are starting their blog or podcast, expanding their website, people that are frustrated with their progress, people that want diversity in their income stream. That's super, super important. When you put it to use, you will be ahead of the curve and years ahead of the pack. So I want you to position yourself as the authority. People follow the leader. And when you do that, guys, you will get paid. That's why you use SiteWrap. Guys, there is nothing else like it. You are the person with the light, and people will flock to you because all of your content gets showcased and get showcased with your branding. So here's what you're going to get right now. You're going to get iBoostify SiteWrap. You're going to get a full year of service for a single site. It will improve your SEO, free traffic, and time on site. It'll create a love fest with Google and so much more. It is a $348 value. With that, actually, it's worth a whole lot more than that when you think about just what you'd be losing with all the visitors that are leaving your site right now. You're also going to get all of your upgrades and enhancements for a full year, and you're going to get access to our twice monthly user meetups. We do these just about every other week or so, and during the user meetups, you're going to learn strategy to better use the software to improve your time on site, improve your retargeting results, build your wraps and engage your customers and sell more stuff like crazy. It is a $2,364 value. You're going to get it included absolutely free because we want you making money with SiteWrap. And by the way, within our user meetups, you'll find that very often you get one-on-one time with me because, well, frankly, sometimes a lot of people show up, sometimes a lot of people don't. So it's entirely up to you. You effectively get free coaching, okay, which is really pretty stellar. You're also going to get the whole thing put together here is one full year of SiteWrap for $348, all the upgrades and enhancements, the user meetups, we call them software implementation sessions, all that a value of $2,761. Yours today for just $497 today, guys. All you simply need to do is go to iBoostify.com/start now. You should see a link here somewhere coming up, and I'll make sure that you have that in 1 second. If I can put that in the chat here for you. I know it's coming. Oops, I'll put that in the chat for you there. Hang on 1 second. There you go. So you can click that button and get started. And when you do, there'll be some surprises, so don't worry. We're going to get there in a second. We are great at support, by the way. We are really fanatical about support. Ada Keurig says, fantastic support. Tim Bennett gives us 5 stars. You will too. but you'll be even more excited when you get thousands of dollars in fantastic bonuses. And guys, we are the bonus kings. First of all, you're going to get the Boostify Your Business Masterclass. I put together a team of 6 of the world's leading online and offline marketing mavens. These guys are fantastic. It's a $9.97 value. These guys are tremendous, from Gina Gadio-Graves, Jason Drone, my friend Laura Betterly. You're looking at Eric Lofholm on the right, and Paul Counts. These guys have made massive money online. Gina Gadio-Graves right over here on the left-hand side of the screen. These guys are giant at what they do. We've interviewed them. We've had them present just amazing content for you. And this is all about how to boost your business. I'll share with you what you're going to learn in this course. Now, I'll tell you, we are a software company, but we support you with training and education. So you're going to learn how to create the ultimate sales script so that you can win clients both online and offline. Guys, it's not what you say, but how and when you say it that wins. And if you're not doing that, you're losing a lot of money. Again, we want to stop the profit leak and have profit attraction. You can learn how to sell info products as you position yourself as the authority, how to generate more leads than you can handle. Wouldn't that be the nice problem to have? How to master the art of social media so you can generate more business a lot faster. How to use the power and influence of webinars, really important to leverage the sales process like we're doing today. How to position and sell SiteWrap to new and current clients, because I want to make sure you create some residual income from yourselves as well, and so much more. It's a fantastic course. It's going to be yours included with this very special offer today. And the Analytics Masterclass. This is very important, you guys, because I want you to be able to know what's working. And the only way you know what's working is by actually seeing what the numbers share with you. Ultimately, you're going to be a numbers marketer. Okay. Yes, you want to have a customer experience, but it's the numbers that will tell you whether the experience is working for you or not. So I recorded this with Gina Gadio-Graves, who's a master at Google Analytics. It's a $297 value. I want you to go through that within the first first week or so of your SiteWrap experience with us, because when you do, you'll find just that you can monetize and modify your business in a much more magnificent way. So I want to make sure that you can actually do that. Okay. You're also, for the first 10 of you that join us today, you'll be able to get a one-on-one conversion strategy session with someone from our team, whether it be Gina or myself or someone else that's been specifically trained to help you. This is time specifically for you so that we can grow your business. And we want you to do that right away. Okay. So that way we can really help you build and develop the strategies to monetize your business even stronger. That is exactly right, Terry. It's brilliant, and we're really happy to have you with it. So we want you to bring your questions to that, bring your strategy to that, and we'll help you shift what you're doing now so you can be even more effective in the future. So here's summarized what you're going to get. You're going to get a full year of SiteWrap access, all the upgrades and enhancements. You're going to get 2 monthly implementation sessions, and that's lifetime access to that. You're going to get the masterclass, a $997 value, the analytics masterclass, really important, the strategy session, wow, total value of $5,055, yours right now for just 10% of that, $497 when you go to iboostify.com/start now. Guys, if you made the annual income that and just on one promotion like Guru Bob did, that $108,000 like we've been talking about, would it be worth investing the $497 here today, assuming you had the money? I'm seeing a lot of, yeah, of course. Yes, absolutely. Awesome. I made that slide in advance. I had some faith in you. So what that means is that you want this no matter what. So it's just about the investment and if you can afford it. So guys, and all this did was help you get your links on Facebook so you can run offers that your competitors only dream about. Would it be worth it? Yeah, of course it would. Huge. You make it back in one ad. If you got people to stay on your site longer so they got to know you better and would buy more from you, would it be worth it? Yeah, your lifetime value goes up dramatically. If all it did was gave you detailed information on your competition that would unlock the key to making lots more money on your website, would it be worth it? Just that alone, you guys, is massive. What if it just allowed you to retarget offers that aren't even on your own website so you could triple your sales or more? Would it be worth it? Well, the math says yes, absolutely. What if it gave you a new way to serve your clients so you could boostify your monthly income every single month? Would it be worth it? Oh, yeah. And what if it allowed you to retain your visitors on your website so you could stop losing money every single day like you probably already are? Would it be worth it? For sure. Guys, how much money have you paid on your online education so far? Well, we know it's usually thousands of dollars. People are spending $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 or more. The big question is, what's it return for you? Over how many years have you been in this game, and how much money have you made as a result of all that money you've spent? Guys, it's time to leverage that education and training and put it to use to make more money. So you can see why it's a great deal at just $497, but because we are working together right now, okay, and we're new to working together, and some of you are our specific students, I want to add even more value specifically for you guys. So I've got an extra couple bonuses for you. First is that you're going to qualify to join our partner license program. Now, it's a $2,000 value. You're going to get to earn recurring income for life on any of our iBoostify content and software services products. Now, as a member of our partner license program, you can earn commissions of $2,000, $4,000, $6,000 or more, and it goes on continuity. So you get to earn that money annually per client. I have another crazy bonus for you. Okay, with order within the next 24 hours, we'll throw in 2 customized SiteWrap headers. So remember the header at the top of the screen? Well, that's a $97 value. They're all customized. We'll do 2 of them for you. Just send us your logo and your web address, and we'll match your branding. So that way it'll be perfect for you. Just give us a couple days to get it done because we're going to be managing a bunch of people that will be sending them to us. So I see a lot of I'm-ins coming through here already. So here's what you're going to get. Full year of SiteWrap access, all the upgrades and enhancements, 2 monthly software implementation sessions, the Boostify Your Business Masterclass, the Analytics Masterclass, the strategy session for your own personal conversions for the first 10 of you, the Partner License Program, 2 custom wrap headers. Guys, total value $7,149. Simply go to iBoostify.com/start now and get started with this right now. Guys, it is going to be a totally safe decision for you guys. Okay, if you don't think SiteWrap is the best investment you've ever made, just send us an email within 30 days. We'll give you your money back. No problem. Guys, if you do put it to work and use it as we've suggested here and your results aren't great, we'll actually double your money back. All I ask is you give us 30 solid days of use for it. Bottom line, if you're in the 30 days, you're not thrilled and excited, you don't think it's for you, you are covered. We got you completely safe. So now you guys have 2 choices. First option is to do nothing and not take the leap of faith, okay, and do the same thing you've been doing and get the same results you've been getting. Or the better option is to invest in yourself with a small investment right now compared to the value you're going to get in return and give it a shot. When it works for you, fantastic. If not, just let us know and we'll cancel the service, okay? Totally safe. And by the way, if you're in the United States, let PayPal get it for you absolutely free. Yeah, it's true. If you have a US PayPal account, then PayPal credit will allow you to finance it with zero interest, 0 payments for like 6 months. All depends upon whether you qualify, and most people do. So if you have a US PayPal account, this will be fantastic for you, okay? Absolutely fantastic for you. So you'll see a button on the page, just scroll down to see that button, and you'll be able to click that button for PayPal credit, okay? So get started right now for $497. Use PayPal credit or your regular credit card. You'll be good to go. And now the real question, guys, is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check it out? Which, if it does even half of what I claimed today, it will more than pay for itself? Absolutely. So go now to iBoostify.com/start now. And for those that are still on the fence, I have more for you. Oh yeah, I do. I was saving the best for last. Listen, you guys, this is a super bonus for the first 10 of you when you order within the next 15 minutes. I'm going to 5x your license. So instead of the 1 single license for 1 website, you're going to get 5 sites together. It's a $588 value. You'll be able to put it on 5 different websites, you guys. That is giant. When you go to iBoostify.com/start now, you have 15 minutes with which to do that. So let me summarize this one more time for you. You're getting a full year of SiteWrap access, all the upgrades and enhancements, the implementation sessions, the master classes, both of them. You get a conversion strategy session, the partner license program, the custom wrapped headers that we'll build for you directly, and your 5 site upgrade for the next 15 minutes. Total value $7,389. Okay, just $497 today. And guys, just go to iBoostify.com, click the button right there, start now. You're also, by the way, going to get here we go, it's just $497 right there. You're also going to find the slides for today's workshop. We'll be putting them on for you within the next 24 hours or so at the bottom of that page. Okay, iBoostify.com/start now. It will be there within the next few hours. We didn't get to put it on just before we started today, so you'll see it on here in just a little bit, unless my team did it during the actual presentation. You never know. Could be a surprise. So, okay, you guys have watched the entire presentation. You want to maximize your marketing and build your business, boost it big and high, and you know this is a fantastic value. You want to take advantage of the outstanding discount, and you know the bonuses are worth just massive, over $6,500, and you're going to love the double your love it guarantee. Just go to iboostedby.com/start now, and let's rock this party, okay? If you want to make your marketing tons more effective, build an active list fast, you should be targeting on products that aren't even yours, okay, and win with Google without even trying. If you want to finally create the freedom and confidence that you deserve, this is definitely for you. Guys, the best opportunity right now. Take advantage of this best deal ever. A full year of SiteWrap access plus training plus thousands of dollars in bonus with one easy payment of just $497. Start right now. It takes less than 5 minutes to install the software, and you can be completely up and running. Guys, I'm going to start the timer in actually, I'm starting the timer right now. Here we go. So I want to have you jump in. If, by the way, for those that are saying that are in, just pop in the chat and tell me I'm in. Gerald says I'm in. That's great. So welcome aboard. The rest of you that are joining us, just pop in the chat. Make sure that I got you covered, because there's only, at this point, I can see 9 or maybe 8 spots left for your 5-site license upgrade. The timer is going to continue, and I won't stop it, can't stop it. So you have that time. Let's see, I've got, Tim says he's in. Fantastic. Welcome aboard. I'll be looking for you. Let's see who else is in. I'm looking for that. Just make sure Julie is in. Congratulations. Welcome. Linda is in. You're safe. Good. Let's see. That gives us about half the spots gone. All right. Jeffrey says he's in. Mark, you say you're in. That's awesome. Okay, guys. So we got spots going out quickly over here. Let's see who else is in. Who else is in? Okay. I'll get to questions in just a couple seconds over here. Linda J is in. Congratulations. Okay, cool. So yeah, a couple questions that have been coming through the chat. Let me take care of those questions while you guys begin your order process, and I'll make sure that I have you covered. Listen, you guys, if you're in within the next 15 minutes, because I can't get off of this thing to actually count. If you become like number 11 or something, I will honor that, just because we're on the 15-minute time schedule here. And team, for those of you on my team that are watching, just keep track of that if you would, okay? And by the way, when you get to the sales page, you will discover that there is a 2-payment option for you. So you can go ahead and check out the 2-payment option. For those of you that can't use PayPal credit, it's there. If you're having any challenges, pop in the chat. If you're having trouble, Billy, we'll make sure that we get that to you. No problem. You'll see that in the members area. Okay, so question number 1. Does every site wrap? And I mentioned this earlier. All sites don't wrap. Most sites do. The most important sites for you, like your JVZoo sites, your ClickBank sites, your Warrior Plus sites, they all wrap just perfectly. We just wrap Scott's sites. Shopify sites, yes, they definitely do, John. Shopify sites do wrap, but not all e-commerce sites do. And again, I never want to make it that everything wraps, because technology changes. Okay, and that's why we're constantly upgrading and updating the software. Can you wrap anything that's not on WordPress? The answer is right now, no. This was written specifically for WordPress and WordPress alone, and the reason is that most people are using WordPress these days. We are coming out with a cloud version of SiteWrap. You may be seeing that soon, next few months, but for right now, you're looking at a WordPress implementation only. Very good question. Thanks for asking. Is this legal? One of my favorite questions. The answer is absolutely yes, Betty. It is legal. And the reason it is because you're not changing anyone's content. Okay, this answers the next question too, which is it cool? I'm paraphrasing you, Rick. So you're not changing anybody's content, and since your content's on the internet, it's all public. It's all effectively, as close to public domain as you're going to get. So we're not changing the content. We're not calling it our own. All we're doing is we're embracing it. We're wrapping our content around it, and that wrap actually makes all the difference in the world. So that's the beauty of it. Yes, they love you. They love you for it because, again, you're promoting them. You're driving people to their site. Do they get Google juice from that? Yes, they do. You do, and they do, because it is a page view for them. So they're getting it, and you're getting it. Okay, and that's the beauty of this and why it works so well for you and for your podcast. When you're doing your show notes and you're putting links in those show notes to be helpful, you're sending people away from you. Well, wouldn't you want to keep them on your site longer so that way they are they're engaged with you and they're with you even longer. That's the whole idea of using SiteWrap for you and for every one of your podcasts, which is why Scott wanted us to make sure that we offered this great offer to you, because that way you get to really put it to use and start scoring big time. Okay, that's the beauty of this. Question: is it duplicate content? No, it's not. It's not duplicate content. Again, because it's showing up on their site and we've wrapped the page, so it's not duplicate content. You don't have anything to worry about with that at all. Google will still love you. We designed this so that you do get the Google rankings out of that. And the SEO guys are loving us for this, because the key to all of this is that you let SEO win. And that's the total beauty here today, right now. See, did I miss any questions? I'm trying to see if we missed any questions over here. Scott, are there any questions that I missed that you're seeing here by any chance, or any questions you want to ask?
No, you covered pretty much everybody's question. The one thing I was thinking about was people share an awful lot on Facebook. So they see something, how to make the perfect hamburger on the barbecue, and it's on the perfecthamburger.com site that you just happen to find for some reason. And they go, oh, this is really cool. And you push the Facebook button, and then you just, I saw this, I like this, go take a look, and then it goes on your timeline. And I'm just thinking that something like that, you could be site wrapping all those things that you're posting, because most of my friends post at least 2 or 3 links every day or 2 days or 3 days. And I was just thinking, oh, that looks like an interesting Facebook post. Instead of clicking on it and going to that site from Facebook, you'd be clicking on it, going to your own site, because you've wrapped that page on your site, and you've got the banner along the top. And if you're interested in more on this topic, click, go to my main page and see my site. It seems like it's a great way to drive traffic to your web page in a number of different ways.
Yeah, we are so excited about that, and the people that are super excited about it they're going wacky. They're going absolutely crazy for it. It's super. The flexibility that you have is monumental. I mean, it's tremendous. So that's to be able to have Facebook making more money for you, to be able to again keep people engaged with you is huge. I mean, that's really why, for a podcast, for example, it's terrific for bloggers especially, and every one of you that's running a podcast should be running a simultaneously blog. That's what I'm trying to say. A simultaneous blog with which to post your content, certainly in different functions as well. So absolutely huge. I mean, really, really great for every one of you. I'm thrilled. So, guys, we have just a few minutes left before this 5x offer expires. Just less than 8 minutes. It's going fast. We have a couple of spots, and my team is saying I got to open it up because it looks like I got just a couple of spots left here. So I may have to open it up if you guys are going to jump in. But I would run right now. Jump in quickly and grab your spot. I'll tell you what. Someone's asking what we do during the user meetup. So I'll address that one right now, Bill. No problem. We just did a user meetup just the other day, and by the way, if you can't make them live, because again we do them kind of in all different time zones, we record every one of them. We put them in the members area so you can access them at your leisure, lifetime. Okay, so don't worry about being them live. If you have a question and you can't make it live, all you got to do is just send us an email with the question, and we'll answer that for you in the actual meetup, and then you get to watch it at your, watch the answer at your convenience. So we did one recently where I start. In a lot of cases, I'm starting them out with some content that I want to share, because I always think it's kind of important to share some current events and some new things that I've learned, for example. So very often we'll do that, or we'll have a guest speaker, usually a SiteWrap member who has stuff to share. For example, you'll see a couple of sessions from my friend Wolfgang Hofbauer from Melbourne, Australia. Wolfie is amazing. He did one session which I would say is mandatory. In fact, we've even put it in red, showcased it in red, because it's about WordPress security. Did another one about reputation marketing. So we have a lot of content that's specifically members only, and these aren't sales pitches. These are just great content that our users and our members want to share. So really, really cool. One that I did recently was some 5, what do we call it? We've called it five simple conversion profit hacks. We actually ended up giving you 6. But there were so many things that we did that if you implemented, you make more money on your page, whether you use SiteWrap or not. Because again, once you're a member of our SiteWrap family and a member of our community, we're bonded, and we're here to help you grow your business as quickly as you possibly can. So the better you do, the happier we're going to be. Because again, we're here for you. I mean, we have that same attitude that Scott does with you. We want to make sure that you win, because again, you're our family. So that's the really super important piece of that. So yeah, so we went and we did, I don't know, about 30 minutes of content, and then went directly into the Q&A. We do that a lot. If I go to a live event, normally I'll do takeaways from that live event. And again, we do a lot of Q&A, and we'll do case studies too. So those user meetups are of gigantic value. I mean, frankly, if you just joined us today and just did the user meetups and never even used the software, you'd make back your investment easily in just a few weeks when you implement the things you're going to learn. Not to mention what you're getting from the new course that we've got. Okay, keep calling it a new course. It's always new to me. The course that you're getting, which is the Boosted by Your Business Masterclass with our complete expert panel. I mean, it's the feedback we've had on that is been stellar. Again, because you're learning things that you don't normally get in the traditional course of online training. Thinking about building a sales script. Every one of the podcasts that you do, every one of the blog posts that you make, every one of the pages that you build on your websites really needs to be built around sales. And if you're not doing that, you're not giving yourself that opportunity to sell more, you're losing a lot of money. Just 4 minutes left, you guys. So timing is running out really fast here. So you want to be sure that you take advantage of the knowledge you get. Wrapping, super duper powerful. You're going to get that again. You're going to get that full year of SiteWrap access. So yes, I will go over that again for you, Barry. So it's a full year SiteWrap access. You're going to get all of the upgrades. Now again, SiteWrap allows you not just to keep people on your site longer, but allows you to do all that retargeting that we talked about. It allows you to build the authority that we talked about. It allows you to use those YouTube links that you can only do on your own site that we mentioned earlier. It's going to allow you to heat map your competition, which I've got some people that are just off the wall with that. It may not be important to you right now, but boy, when you start thinking about how you're going to enhance your site and really improve its results, and if you have somebody's site that you've been using to model or mirror or you consider to be great competition, this is the way you can actually see what they're doing for real and know how people are behaving on that site, and now make your site even better. That's priceless. And again, nobody has that but us, because we built it custom. Traditional heat map software can't do it because it's only being used on your own site. You're going to get the user implementation sessions, and these are meetups we just talked about a couple seconds ago. The Boosted by Your Business Masterclass with our 6 business building experts that you're going to get to learn from. It's just awesome. Your analytics masterclass, which I mentioned earlier, I want you to go through within the first few days of getting started with us, because that's going to help you in so many ways. Same thing as I want you to schedule your conversion strategy session. That's almost sold out. There's 1 or 2 spots left on that, and then that's gone. So if you're sitting on the fence right now, get off the fence and get started. The partner license program, of course, so you can resell. We have so many different programs that you can actually help remarket, and some you can even call your own. So we want you to be able to do that, and that will be of just giant help to you. The 2 custom wrap headers, and that's available to you within the next 24 hours. We want you to be able to get started immediately, so we're going to get rid of the things that would be in your way. Okay, we even have a concierge service for that as well. And again, for the next, how many minutes we have left? Looks like we got a color change here. We're less than 2 minutes left for the next couple of people that are joining in, and it just looks like there's maybe only 1 or 2 left here. I can't tell, but you got a minute 30, minute 29 left to grab the 5X 5-site license upgrade. So after this minute and 21 seconds left, it's just a single site. Right now, you got a 5-site upgrade, absolutely included for free. So you got a total of 5 sites you can put this on for your main site and any of your other blogs, podcasts, whatever. You'll be able to put SiteWrap on just for yourself. So super, super excited. On your website, 5 sites, yes, that's $39 a month. Julie, but you're getting zero of the bonuses. You're getting thousands upon thousands of dollars of bonuses here. So yeah, you can go ahead and you can go ahead and you can buy it on our site, and you'll get absolutely nothing else. So you're not going to get the custom wrap headers. You're not going to get the partner license program. You're not going to get the strategy session. You're not going to get the analytics masterclass. You're not going to get the Boostify Your Business masterclass. You're not going to get any of that. So you can absolutely do the monthly plan, but you get none of the bonuses there. So that's why we put together this fantastic offer for you. Okay, it's a multi-$1,000 offer available to you for just $497. And actually, Julie, the 5-site license is not. Yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that's true. You can go ahead and you can do that right now, but again, you won't get the bonuses. So if you compare it from $468 to $497, is it worth the $39 difference to get thousands of dollars more? I'd say so. Absolutely. So that's the benefit right there. You can pick either one you want. But guys, that's it right there. We are now officially done. If your order has not been placed, I cannot control things. So Linda on my team is going to go ahead and change the links right now. And I want to thank you for that. For those that take fast action, get rewarded. So I want to thank you guys so much. If there are any other questions, I'll make sure I get them answered. And it looks like I've got them just about all done. Scott, any other questions that you see here before we close up?
No, looks like you've done a great job. Ken, I want to thank you very much for taking an hour and a half out of your busy schedule to share this with everybody. It's some pretty phenomenal information that you shared, and a really, really powerful opportunity for everybody, and I really hope that they spend some time thinking about it. If you haven't already jumped on board, this sort of thing doesn't come along too often.
Well, it looks like we're just about done. There might be one more spot left, but again, our time limit has expired. If you got in under the bell before Linda on my team has changed the link, you consider yourself lucky. Scott, thank you for the opportunity to be out there with all of your students and to our joint students. Glad you guys are here. I want you to continue your process, continue reaching for the stars. Remember, being an adventurer is what makes you money, my friends. So thanks so much. Welcome to everybody. Look in your email for those of you that have already joined, for those of you that are still here and haven't started implementing your wraps already. Look in your email for your confirmations. Look in your email for the registrations for the next user meetup, which will be within the next couple of weeks, depending upon what our schedule is here. I don't have that in front of me. And I'm looking forward to working with you guys and telling your success story. So with that said, thank you all. Thanks, Scott. And wherever you are in the world, make it a fantastic day, evening, morning, whatever it is for you guys. Thanks again.